Alright, yes, it is such a pleasure for me to be part of this updated version, the documentary of how Express Kick Charge came to be and everything else that will fall into this category. And, well, I'm just most grateful to just do this overall.
Yes, of course. And, of course, joining Fresh today will be, yes, me, Blitzy Fresh 100, and right one of our awesome bros, Christian Parrish. Yeah. What the hell? Anyways. So, unlike the first one, okay, unlike the first documentary we did, we're of course going to answer some questions about, like, how the start of, Express Kick Charge, became what it is today. And anything, that you guys want to learn about us. And of course, just going, like, formation, like, who's going to be asking the questions first. It'll be Fresh, then Christian, then me. So, of course, how we first met, and I believe, like, yes, Christian, go ahead.
Yes, I love answering this. This was random. I was going through videos. Of course, I am a fan of the show called The 7D, which is an animated series of the hit movie Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. And then I stumbled upon this YouTuber named how do you say your full name?
Okay, look, at the time, like, when you first met at the time, like, I was known at the time as Fresh X, Fresh X, like, I'm like, yeah, I believe that it was, like, Fresh X 1999 at the time, like, if I do remember that first one.
Well, whatever the case, yeah, I saw a impression video of him doing impressions of this 7D. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And he did spectacular. I commented on his videos, he did great. He responded. I was like, do you take requests? And I requested Ben 10, and he did it. He also did good, and that came his most favorite and popular video. And then, of course, he became one of my subscribers back in 2018 or so. And yeah, but we didn't meet again until 2020 is when I started doing StreamYard and enjoying one of my streams. And I'm so happy to see him again and hear from him, of course.
Yep.
And that's how me and FreshX became friends and how we met.
Yeah. Now, the story with me and Christian, how we met, back in 2018, there was this Venton channel I used to subscribe to, and I would just comment here and there whenever I feel like it. At the time, I had a Blitzwolfer profile picture, and Christian was like one of those commenters, like, hey buddy, it's been a while in here and stuff, and then we became, like, friends on YouTube in 2018. I subscribed to his channel, he subscribed to my channel, and we started chatting more. But yeah, similar to, like, Christian and Fresh's situation, we didn't get to talk until when he had a new channel in 2020, and I joined him in StreamYard.
Yep. And I wouldn't have it if, well, of course I had a Ben 10 profile picture too, so I actually commented on his, and that's how we became friends, because we're both Ben 10 fans at the time, of course. I mean, I still am, but that's not besides the point. And we wouldn't be friends because of that, if I found him by accident. And it's a good accident, too.
Yes.
Okay, yes. What did I do before meeting, like, the gang and everything? Well, yes. Around the time where I was still just practicing voiceover, just out of nowhere. I mean, well, just randomly, because it's just my dream that we will get into further. My mom suggested that I just put it all on YouTube, so she made me my very own account, and I just worked my magic up until, yeah, like, I started out, like, really, really dull videos here and there. Everything got better when I got the video of characters inspired by celebrities, and yes, like what Christian said about his story about, like, the 7D parts. I ultimately first got introduced to in StreamYard, where it was like him and Kickston, and ever since then we became, like, inseparable.
Yep.
Yeah, because me and him, we're like brothers, only closer.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Are your hearts together?
You know, you can edit this out, but remember, I don't know if you've seen it.
To explain my parts, if you wait, it's on or no?
It's on.
Okay. So what did I do before meeting Christian and Fresh and all them? Well, basically, I was not a YouTuber at the time. What I would do is at the time before the pandemic hit, I just went to school, watch YouTube, the basic stuff of life, and just enjoy my day. But of course, when the pandemic did hit, doing online school some of the times, and yeah, I started seeing Christian do his own live streams. I'm familiar with live streams from other YouTubers, but how he did it with streamer, I was like, this is kind of different, where people could actually join him.
And I couldn't, for some reason, do regular live streams. It wouldn't let me, so the only time I could do live streams was through StreamYard, and that's a good thing, because I prefer StreamYard than actual live streams. Of course, it's good to comment on them, but you know what I mean.
I mean, it's basically just the same thing. So, anyway.
Mm-hmm. All right. The next question. Okay.
Gotcha.
So, of course, Christian, this is your question. Go ahead.
Alright, so I do not remember this YouTuber's name, but this came across as an accident. I was going through YouTube, and this person was talking to different people on a live stream, how is this possible? Then I saw the link, and I went to it. Of course, I had to do steps and stuff to get inside, and I found out that you can use you can use your picture, which I did. Of course, I used my profile picture. Wow, this is weird. So you guys can talk to each other, and the person said yes, and I became friends with them. But of course, I haven't seen. I believe it's a girl. I'm not quite sure. It's been a while, but yeah, I'm glad I came across that person, and I discovered StreamYard and became part of StreamYard ever since. Glad I did it. Glad I met you guys through that and other people.
Amen. All right. So, of course, Fresh, you kind of answered this question earlier, but do you want to expand, or is there anything else?
Well, yeah, there is a little bit of a. Well, I will say to add on about what I said before this. I was mainly pushed furthermore into becoming a YouTuber from one of my favorite subscribers, PippleUpFan77, who created the awesome stop motion series of Sonic Stop Motion Adventures. When he was making his behind the scenes documentary, he gave this very powerful message about if you keep your hands busy, and that's what she said, keep your hands busy with what you do to make you happy. You aren't an inspiring creator, you are a creator. That you get you'll be able to go places, do things that you never thought you'd be able to do from your awesome hard work, where you have to keep dreaming, keep doing, keep your head up, and keep on doing. And that's what I felt like I had to do for myself.
Awesome. And you, next question.
Well, of course, many years ago, I was very young. Before I even watched YouTube, actually, it was when we moved to Utah for a bit, and because of course I was a big Jeff Dunham fan back then, and I still am to this day. And I was like, how can I watch? Well, of course I heard about YouTube. We were talking about it as Mom, do you have YouTube? I said, yeah. So I started watching Jeff Dunham videos along with Sonic X episodes and other stuff. And then many years later, I discovered an app called Elf Yourself, which is a Christmas app that allows you to use 5 pictures and 5 animals to dance to different music videos. It is awesome. I went to it on my old channel, and that's how I became a YouTuber. And of course, I did random videos and stuff. But then, of course, I went through different accounts, of course, plus new phones at the time. And then I went to other series like Guess This, which is Guess This cartoon character, theme song, voice, movie, anything, video game song. And yeah, it was a growing channel. But sadly, that channel of mine is now unacceptable because about last year or so, my phone got messed up. And yeah, and I didn't even get to talk to you or Fresh that time because and you were worried sick of what happened. So I had to explain everything, and yeah, I had to restart everything, and that's a sad thing.
Of course, and just because you lost a channel doesn't mean you can still like make something of this new channel you have over like 2 years now.
Of course, and besides my guest list, we have Ornamental, which did my old channel, but then still continuing on this channel, and then I started a new series called Characters That Share the Same Voice Actor, which I am enjoying, of course, and I can't wait to like expand more on my channel and hopefully get some of my previous subscribers back when I did my old channel. I'm not like being a bragger or anything, but I'm just saying I hope I can like be as big as was on my old channel.
Of course. Now, with me, why I became a YouTuber. Funny story. When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a YouTuber because there were so many fantastic YouTubers at the time. Some of them are retiring now due to their own personal issues, which I don't mind. But yeah, when I was a kid, there's this one day, me and my little brother at the time, we did like a toy reveal of Power Rangers because toy reveals were very popular back then. And yeah, we posted that video on my dad's account, and yeah, we thought we were pretty cool. But just being kids, being kids. But yeah, when 2020 came along, it was so cool how you, Fresh, and everybody else were doing on your channels, and I was like, you know what? Let me build up the confidence and, make my own kind of stuff. And yeah, that's...
Yes, I first came up with the name of KICKCHARGE, I first came up with the name for Express KICKCHARGE from the notes section of my iPhone, where I was keeping track of movies I was watching over the summer called the KICKCHARGE Movie Express. So that's as part of a group, I just wanted to give some original creative name, so to speak.
Yeah. And I remember that day because I remember you were streaming. It was you, me, Kickston, Fuckface, and yeah. Because of that, we're watching some videos from your computer, Fresh, and it was pretty awesome. Harry, go ahead.
Well, yes, for any other inspiring or good YouTubers out there, you should know that it's all about just giving the people what they want to see, what you want to provide to them, because that's what it's all about. There's no need to be cocky or jerk or arrogant about hey, look how many subs I got, look how or just thinking you could do better than anybody else. It's all about just sharing entertainment and happiness for everyone, and it for me to just provide all I can, because I was mostly inspired to just do so by the word versatility, to just challenge myself with different stuff, either for voice acting or web series, anything like that, to provide just creativity and holiness.
That's very good. And your next, Christian.
Well, this is kind of similar to what Fresh said, but I would agree to what he said. And also, YouTube back then, it was pretty simple. You just post a video, and if it's really good, you get a lot of likes. If you don't like it, you get a lot of dislikes. But as the years pass, YouTube has changed. There's now the Copa, which is shop-proof videos, which I hate that. It means you can't comment, whatever. And also the dislikes were removed. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but a lot of people do have a problem. So you can only you can technically dislike, but that's not the point. But YouTube has been going down the hill ever since the before 2020s, 2018, 2019, or so forth. But yeah, YouTube, I don't care how bad the changes are. I still enjoy YouTube, because otherwise how would I record certain videos my voice comparison? I need to have YouTube for that and stuff. But whatever for YouTube, you can like being friends and have a good time. Like how I met you guys. If it weren't for YouTube, I would have met you guys. Otherwise, I don't know how else we would have met. I didn't have Instagram back then, and the reason I did have Instagram because Blitz actually convinced me because there are certain voice actors on Instagram. I was like, what the heck? And I like Instagram. They're like different stuff on there that's pretty good. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
For me, simple. It was like when I first started YouTube, it was all fun and games because I was at home doing online school, so legit every day I would upload. But throughout the years and time I had, realizing you don't really have to upload every day because people will still like your content, either or if they hate it or not. That's just their opinion. But I just try to make everything perfect for everybody, just to be organized in life. That's it.
And another thing too, just because like either you're friends with somebody or you subscribe to somebody, you don't necessarily need to watch every single video though. It's just anything that just interests you the most, of course.
Yeah, of course. Like
that is so true. Even though some of you guys don't comment my videos, which is fine, but it is like concerning. Like I have to like make sure because sometimes my videos get child-proof, and I have to like sadly put them on age restriction through YouTube Studio because of that. But as long as you enjoy my videos, that's all that matters to me, and not the commenting. I mean, a good comment if you want, that's fine with me. I'm not forcing you to, but as long as the videos are.
Like Christian, when you ever do your voice sharing comparison videos, I don't I don't necessarily have to comment at them because I'm the one that usually watch the video beforehand. Then you upload it. So
I figured out that when you stop commenting on them, because I mean it's not a bad thing. It's just like whenever I upload my videos, like for example on the mental, I do like make mistakes, and you have to like comment on there. You made certain mistakes, like oh man. So when I started doing voice comparison, I started with on mental 2. I sent the videos to Blitz first now, and so he could tell me which mistakes I've done, so I'm fix it and put YouTube publicly, and so he's basically my editor-in-chief.
Well, when you put it like that, I'm like, okay, that's nice because, again, not just for me, but everybody that's in this, in this documentary and anybody on YouTube. Everything needs to be organized, especially in your descriptions as well.
Well, that's true. And I don't have to, like, put everything in the description, like, unless it's something important. Like, if I start a new series, of course I'm going to put something in the description. Or sometimes, like, they'll probably worry, why is it age restricted? And I sometimes put it as the pinned comment, but I stopped doing that because, people are going to know why I'm, put on age restricted, but
Nice. Alright, go ahead first.
Yes. Well, yes. My content, yes, it does range from voice acting because, like, it is my passion for the future to get my hopes up as good as possible, and multiple different web shows, like, of course, the OG Hall of the Greats and my current series, All Hail the Extra Greats, and then there's also, yes, Owning the Mantle, like one of the most favorable ones. Then, there's... Alright, yes, so, like, to add on the freaking voiceover, to just not be lazy about it, there is CB Voice, where I do just, like, standard character voices, and Voice for All, which, well, yeah, I started out solo, like, reading scripts from movies and TVs or wherever else, but then I expanded it by including y'all dudes into, like, like, kind of a little bit of our very own voiceover feel to just see how it's like for all the other legends out there, which is a really great feeling.
It is.
Let's see. Then there's also, like, your original series, Blitz, with Honey Witch Media's that. You came up with that, and it became, like, a little bit of, like, a web show game series.
Yeah, and, of course, the behind-the-scenes of that, like, because Fresh used to do this, like, series on his channel, like, similar to Honey Witch Media's, that basically you get like these certain actors and characters they play in other shows, and you just have to guess like the kind of meaning from like shows to movies and anything like that.
All right, yes, and another one. I also made like the Ponage Package Express, which features like any scenes of like characters or anybody in real life fighting. It was inspired by my dad showing me these funny, hilarious knockouts that he would watch on his sports. So that's all from my side.
Well, just for my side, yeah, of course, top one was, and it's still to this day, yeah, favorite character Frenzy, because it's the one I started out with. Yeah, Owning the Mantle, Behind the Mantle, Honey, which media is that? And oh yeah, when I miss doing favorite voice roles, and much more that that I currently do or used to do on my channel. And you, Christian?
Alright, of course, on the Mental, my guesses series, on my old channel, my Elf Yourself, and more recent, my voice comparison. So yeah, I had a lot of great favorite series, but my most favorite of all is, of course, the Mental. Like, choosing the most popular character or the least popular and make them popular, but I also make them like different mantles and stuff, and it's also fun to choose different celebrities or voice actors to choose which one can take the mantle. It's awesome to do that. And for my voice comparison, of course, well, my main inspiration for that is a YouTuber that, of course, he doesn't do anymore, called Take It Gaming. He did a similar situation with that, but instead of using 5 characters, which I not characters, voice actors, which I do, he uses like more than 5 basically. And the reason I do 5 is because so that way we can like save enough voice actors for the next one, if that makes sense.
Of course, yeah. And for me, whenever I have to do like, I take out like some certain episodes of your voice sharing comparisons. Because to expend more, because as I said this to On the Mantle the other day, I don't want to leave no man or woman behind that are considered as legends to all of us.
Of course.
Yes, as said like like 1,000 times, I was inspired by the great likes of course, from the man who started it all, becoming like the most important influential voiceover guy in the industry, Mel Blanc, to the other great likes of my personal favorites, Tom Kenny. I was just inspired to just do whatever it takes to become the next big voice actor, like for the world to just see. I'm just still studying just how to juggle different voices, whether it's just coming up with my own or just inspiring from real life, because yes, that helps out, whether real life or playing off an impression or whatever. And I was also inspired to just do stuff like screenwriting due to brilliant comedy and like meme worthy lines for anybody to just quote from the source of media. And I was also taking interest in just adding to my drawings. I've always just loved to just draw ever since I was a kid, still doing it to this day, getting better. And I was kind of almost thinking of becoming just directing, like making movies, and like it just came to me that it was from the help of many other different YouTube critics out there, knowing their crafts, because they know their freaking stuff.
That's really nice. And you, Christian?
Well, of course, I'm never gonna get a job right now, but if I did have a job, it would be because I draw like fresh too. Of course, if you see my old channel, I showcase my fan-made aliens from Ben 10, and I would like to be an artist. And also, of course, I'm not a good guy. I'm not the type of guy that does good voices, but if I did, I would love to have certain voices, because a lot of voice actors have great range, like Tom Kenny, D. Bradley Baker, Kevin Michael Richardson, and so forth. They have great ranges, and it's so great, of course, and I love to have those kinds of voices. I mean, of course, I'm not gonna have those type of voices, but I mean, of course, I can dream, right?
Like even though you do say that you can't, like it wouldn't be hard to just at least try to, because well, wait, no, like might not never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, similar to Fresh, with voice acting, because a few people, of course, a few YouTubers, of course, that inspired me at the time before meeting you guys was, the likes of SML, how they're just doing voices with puppets, similar to like the Muppets and Sesame Street, Free Swim 22 with his Koopa kind of videos, Duck Kong. And it's going to the range of like just going deep, low, or just high pitch, or just adding accent to it. And other legs are like, Brock Baker, Rizzy Voices, Brian Hall, James Arnold Taylor, John DiMaggio, because if you don't have that much range, that's okay, because there are certain people that are voice actors that still use the same voice. But to me, it's just fun to juggle around with voices, because one day somebody can notice, he was like, oh my god, how are you doing this many voices? It takes like a lot of practice, because when I started like noticing the range I had with going back with Froggy Bear, it's not really that hard to do. And other than voice acting, casting and voice director, because one of the people that inspired me to do that was Charlie Adler, seeing all the voice credits he done for directing like classic Nickelodeon shows and all that. So and what do you call it? I do draw here and there, making cool designs. But overall, just believe what you got, and you can make it whatever the world wants for you.
Wise, powerful words.
Mm-hmm.
The inspirations, yes. Of course, yes. The recently mentioned Piplup Fan 77, Brock Baker, Ryan Hall, Tom Kenny, my parents, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Alex Hirsch, Seth MacFarlane, JG Quintel, so on and so forth. One of the key figures that just pushed me to just do better, both as like how I am right now out in the real world to how I am in YouTube, because it's just my comfort zone. It's a place for me to just have purpose, because I do have like potential goals out in the real life, but in YouTube I just feel like I have like accomplished so many great things. And as well as my sister, of course, she is the main inspiration for me to just balance back into the good parts, the good memories of my life, because I just mentioned them all the different time due to my playlist of them Gonna Feel / Memory Lane. It's a coping mechanism for me to just always just be happy, to just keep me happy 24/7.
Wow, that was something.
Yes,
And,
it means so much.
and you, Christian?
Well, I don't have any stories or YouTubers that inspire me, but technically my mom inspired me, because if it weren't, of course, I was too young to have a phone back then, of course, a touchscreen phone, but she technically did inspire me to become a YouTuber, and she does, encourage me, because I told her about my YouTube videos and stuff, and she enjoyed them back then. And I'm glad she inspired me to do that, and I'm glad it's because of her I am a YouTuber.
Yes, and I've met your mom a few times. She is a very nice woman.
And I do thank you for that, and I can't wait to meet your mom. Sure.
Buy her dinner first. Maybe she'll like you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that doesn't sound dirty, I promise you.
Trying to be my step.
But yes, I hope so too. I'm sure she's nice. Like you did tell me that she is.
And speak of which, my parents, a few YouTubers and celebrities. What do you call it? Celebrity-wise, I gotta say for the comedy part, why, I try to be funny every day and make everybody laugh is from like mostly like the range of Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, used to be Will Smith, but you know how that went. Gabriel Iglesias. Is anybody that can make you laugh so hard? That's what can inspire you to be a potential comedian as well.
Well, couldn't say better.
Yep.
When it comes to just, if there's one thing that I hate more than flies, it's just stupidity in general. Either stupidity or people being a-holes or anything like that. So when even though I did say the last time that I ever experienced anybody being a d-head was like my see me voice characters from El Tigre video, but you did remind me of a voice for all of an episode of Hey Arnold. Nowadays, whenever somebody gets on my nerves, either with their, jerkiness or stupidity, I just freaking block them. So I don't need to really deal with their bullcrap anymore. Plain and simple.
Yep. And you, Christian?
Excuse me. Well,
On.
okay, so I didn't have any toxic commenters or anything on my own. That didn't stop me, but what bothered me, I still can't believe I did it. Basically, during the time, I'm still a fan of Jack guy, but not as much of a fan as I am. But I was just a big fan because of that. During St. Patrick's Day, I did 2 videos. Whenever it's that day, I just put on some gear for St. Patrick's Day, and I say, "Hey, St. Patrick's Day." I show my face, and I danced to his original song called "All the Way" and stuff, which I'm surprised that hasn't got claimed because it's a song, but I just found it cringe. I mean, of course, I was young then, and I was, of course, my autism and stuff, but now, I don't know why I did that. I mean, it's good that I did that just for fun, but the fact that I did that, it just kind of feels attention-seeking, don't you think?
Not really, because... Oh, there's an echo. Oh. Alright, so last we left off, go ahead, Christian.
Well, I said, because, echo, I said something about, don't you think it's attention-seeking that I did that, those, St. Patrick's Day videos?
No, attention seeking means you want everybody to know, subscribe to my channel, post the notifications and all that. What you're doing is doing this for fun.
Okay, I do say like and subscribe, but I don't say make sure you hit the notifications and stuff. I just say like and subscribe. That's it.
Yeah, but Christian, that video in particular, I don't think that's attention seeking. Again, this is for fun, and I thought that it was pretty funny in a good way.
Well, I'm glad you think so, but, I'm just glad I'm not doing those type of videos. If I want to say Happy St. Patrick's Day, I'll just put it in the community post.
And for me, with all the videos, they hit or miss, because there are some videos I'm not regretting, but saying I could have done better, or because kind of getting the wrong information here and there, because that kind of defeats me being a little bit organized, and I get a little pissed about it, and I'm nah, it's already out there. With hate comments, it's just stupid ass people, because it's mainly whenever I do when I used to do my favorite voice roles for Easter, and actors, they're like, hey, where's this character? Here, where's this character? I'm again, the title is my favorite. It's my personal opinions. I'm sorry if I haven't seen all the shows, anime, movies, or games. It's my opinion.
Exactly. You're not gonna have every single favorite character on there, because not even Blitz is familiar with these certain type of characters. You're not gonna get what you want. I mean, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying, can't always get it. But if Blitz wants to, he can add that character that is your favorite. Just be patient.
I mean, I'm just saying that for favorite voice roles, but for favorite character friendly, that's the only place that's acceptable. Listen, I don't have to be familiar with the character. If it's good enough, then yeah, I'll put it into the season.
of course.
And then with toxic people, well, again, we have dealt with some, but again, this is supposed to be a good documentary, so like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, and we don't have to talk about them. If you know, you know. But go find out for yourself why there are certain toxic people around this. And there is a certain one. He should not be named. No, not Voldemort, but that's funny.
Alright. Very good, for sure.
Yes. This is all due to a phase I was going through. This is not for attention seeking or anything stupid like that. I thought it would be cool that I was going through a different, like, evolution wise. Yes. Like, evolving. So yes. I had many different, like, name changes. And I created this, I recently created this, like, this quote unquote photo of, like, all the previous names that I've gone through that will show eventually someday, maybe, perhaps. But my current name, which I think is like the freaking best that I ever came up with, because even my dad thought it was like really cool. PhenomaGance, like, it's taking the words of phenomenal and elegance, combine them together, and like it's just magic. And I just kind of thought of it as a potential legal name change for me for the future, because that's what I thought. But I just might use it as a little bit of a stage name, because you want something to just stand out for you, to just make it out in the world, have people remember you for what you've done, and I just feel like it's important for me.
Mm-hmm. And was there any evolutions to your names that you didn't like for some reason?
Well, it was a work in progress. Like Fresh X, Dignivast, Knack for Cheers, Zexvic, KICKCHARGE, Fresh X, SKS 12. All right, yes, Fresh X, SKS 1211. That's what I first started out with. No wonder I was like struggling, because it's been a while. I just kind of like move on to just better things and not just worry about little dumb moments.
That's okay, yeah. With me, because when I first started YouTube, my original name was BullStriker100. And then this asshole, he doesn't know how to translate. This guy was like, hey, your name means a bad word. I'm like, okay. So, I do my research. You know what this is? Nothing. So, Boris the Animal, if you're watching this, go fuck yourself, because... Oh, kind of fuck yourself, because... Then I had to go through the changes of BloodStriker100, and then finally, Blitzy Fresh 100. Now, through Fresh, it's like a minute. Oh, go ahead.
Go.
And when I learned about that isn't true, I didn't like say anything to him, but I did like block him from my channel. I mean, it was okay, YouTuber, but after learning that it wasn't true, I mean, I did kind of like Bull Striker too, even though Bull and Striker kind of don't make sense. No offense, Blitz, but I mean, I still blocked him from my channel. But I do kind of like Blitzy Fresh 100 better, but no offense.
I mean, yeah, Bull Striker, because, you know, charge you with your horn strike. That's, you know,
okay.
Supposed to be.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But with Blitzy Fresh 100 is a mantle from Fresh. And yeah, being a mantle from me, but how I look into it, because yeah, I still consider it as a mantle. The reason I still keep this name to this day is because I want something to be remembered like for Fresh. That's why I keep it as Blitzy Fresh. So, you know, I keep an aspect of Fresh, you know, from the past.
And yes, as my successor, you seem to be doing like quite like the awesome job of handling the Fresh mantle. And of course, if you find if there's any possible like and like anybody out there who's like an aspiring YouTuber or just like somebody new or anything like that, like you can either like keep the mantle or just pass it down to just somebody else to help them like achieve greatness.
It's, you know, it's a maybe thought, because you gave it to me first. I still, you know, accept it and appreciate it, but I feel like nobody else could like top yours, me, or Christian's mantle of like being awesome. To be fair.
Well, true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, there have been like a mix, a little mix. Like some are good, some are questionable, but some my personal favorite members include, yes, well the ones missed of all, Rosebud, and Bricks, still doing his thing, but it wouldn't kill to just say hey now and then. Nick and let's see, Mastermind, because like he kind of like keeps his cool, and I admire that because he reminds me a little bit of Jeff. Like nothing ever seems to bother him. And Bobby, he does have his moments of hilarity, and let's see, a little bit of Eli. Like he seemed cool to me, even though like there might be some controversy, but
Oh no, patching's up. Yeah, he's cool for me.
And Slayer, like
Yeah,
she was a good friend from Ublitz.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, you know the little British kid.
You know, the one with the Mario plush one.
Oh, okay. I forgot about him.
That's alright. And speaking of which, you, Christian?
Alright, so, besides you guys, of course, before you became, part of my StreamYard, I had, like, different, members and friends. Of course, one I missed the most is Kickston. Yeah, he's, like, one of my first StreamYard members, and became, not close friends, but became friends. He was a pretty cool dude. But the reason he hasn't joined for about a year or so, because he has school and jobs and whatnot, but I would love to see him again, just for old time's sake. And also, there's also Edith Fun. She's go by a different name now. Well, still Edith Fun, but that's a different name, but besides the point. But I met her through a random YouTuber. I was like, interacted her by random. I was like, became friends, and she became a YouTuber, kind of because of me and stuff, but yeah, she's pretty awesome. And I like messing with it a little bit. Yeah, he's nice and cool. And of course, Bobby Ahmed, like me and Blitz, we're both Ben 10 fans. That's how it came to be. Also came part of my StreamYard stuff. And what else could I say? Oh yeah. What else? Oh yeah, you did mention me last night, Nikki. Yeah, she also was part of my channel. She's a nice girl to talk to and stuff. And yeah, I do miss her sometimes. And I hope she comes back to StreamYard. And of course, with Fresh Rosebud as well.
Good ones. Alright. With me, with the OG 2020 crew, me, Fresh, Christian, Kick, Scarlet, Rosebud, and of course there's the Mastermind, Bobby, and then going to my list here, Nikki, Layla, Kevin, Edafon, Xenable, let's see here, who else? Blue Demon, Movie Watcher, Joseph, Rattles, Jada Lemons, Brooks, Icy, Ninesart, Brian, Trent, Dreambean. Let's see, who else did I have? Oh yeah, I believe I said Rattles, yeah. Who else would I say? Oh yeah, Brighton Skinner, and just anybody from the OG days, considered as one of my favorite members.
Jesus criminy.
Yep.
What can we say? We had a lot of members.
No, not members. This also excludes anybody that's not part of Express KickCHARGE, but considered as a good friend as well.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I would still just try to find ways to just make it out as for stuff for the future. Well, if it weren't for my sister, like I wouldn't like have the like awesome memories to just keep me happy and stuff. And well, things would have been like different if somebody didn't leave and actually just making out there, just living life to the fullest and stuff. So that's just kind of like for my side, personal stuff.
All right, and you, Christian?
Well, if I haven't like got on YouTube, I would be just a normal kid, just watching TV and or play video games and stuff. But also, if I had discovered Alfred Self, I would become a successful YouTuber or a YouTuber. Period. so I would know how to make. I mean, of course, I would use a video cam, but I didn't have a phone then. But of course, yeah, I wouldn't know what to do. I would be like, "Hey, my name's Christian. Yeah. So this is just me." It'll be awkward, basically, and yeah, I'm glad of yourself helped me with this.
With me, this is basically before how it was 2019. Just being at home, phone, just being inside, going sometimes outside to the park, and yeah, just chilling. Like if I wasn't a YouTuber, this is basic life. That's all.
Oh, good to know. Well, like still to this day, when it comes to Mondays and Thursdays, I'm just always up to see like any movies that I either wanted to see or just comes to me just out of nowhere. I'm just always up to just learn from certain morals if there's anything from that. So like some of my top favorite ones are like Room with Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay. It's just very deep and emotional. Just being cooped up in this room and not being able to experience just the real world, but then when you break free, you just kind of struggle to cope with it, but then you just get past it and just move on to just earn your happiness and freedom. And another one, Freedom Riders, like which is basically just a much more scholastic version of Remember the Titans, which also deals with how to just get along with other different races and anything like that, but just like have these students just become much more than they are. Get over their struggles in life.
You, Christian?
Okay, so I don't have a certain movie that inspired me per se, but I will say this: Forrest Gump, when I watched it, was a good and sad movie, and of course, it stars Tom Hanks as this disabled man. Of course, as his childhood, he was bullied, and he always gets chased around. He always had leg braces, but he always told this one line: "Run, Forrest, run." So he did, and those leg braces came off, like bandages and stuff, and that was pretty awesome. As he grew, he went through different lives, like he was part of the army and stuff. His girlfriend passed away, so did his mom, and because he couldn't see Jenny again before she passed, he started running through days and months. He just kept on running. And I think that's really awesome of him to have that kind of confidence and do that. And yeah, and he had like great friends and family. That nothing can stop this man, basically, no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And I know it's supposed to be sad, but to be fair, and this is just my opinion, if you want to agree, Jenny was the true villain of that story. Recording.
Don.
Alright, so there's two movies. Number one is from my childhood, an Adam Sandler like classic, Billy Madison. It involves a man-child who never, really, actually graduate college because his father would pay all of his teachers for him to graduate. And after finding this out, because his father was handing the company to one of the jerkiest people he had in his company, so Billy wanted to like prove himself that he could actually go back to school and prove everybody wrong. At first, it was kind of like for him, but noticed like he could actually do it. Midway in high school, of course, there was lies about him, and yeah, he decided to give up. But it was because of Veronica, his third grade teacher, this inspiring him to do more. And yeah, just doing this whole thing. And after in the end, he didn't even want the company anymore. He just wanted to go to college. He got college and a girl at the end of the day. So no matter what, if you're dumb, stupid, or like anything, you can still accomplish anything in life. Yep. And the second one, Saint Vincent. So it starts with this guy, Bill Murray, who plays Vincent, and his new family, a mother's son, Maggie, and her son, Oliver. Oliver and Vincent start like this kind of like, how would I say, kind of like father-son relationship, because although Vincent's a grumpy-ass man, he still like, took Oliver to places to show him like what a true man is, because Oliver's father, he cheated on his mother with a secretary and everything. So yeah, that was kind of like bumpy. But yeah, everything Vincent was a bad influence, which he was a little bit, but still. At least he was looking after him, stuff like that. But yeah, Vincent had a stroke. And yeah, Oliver and his mom and his girlfriend were supporting him. And yeah. During this, Vincent, it was revealed that his wife had dementia, because she was put in an old people's place. And finding out that she passed away. And he couldn't attend the funeral or something. So yeah. That was sad. But at the end, Oliver made Vincent his saint, because he went to, like, what do I say? Kind of like those not Catholic, what's it called, charter schools? Yeah. So yeah, he just considered him as a saint, which he is.
Yes, my second channel is, I made it as a little bit of a do-over, because some of my earlier videos, they kind of did suck, and I wanted to get rid of them, but it's all part of history. If I wanted to do something special to just keep track of my videos, which I do to this day. But yes, my second channel, where I just take care of, like, either behind the scenes stuff, if possible, stuff for the future, more about my personal life outside of YouTube, and let's see, like compilations inspired by the TV Tropes site, which is very helpful and helped me understand, like, much more about the media. And, well, just anything to just, again, be better than the earlier vids. And it's doing pretty great so far.
Awesome. And of course, you used to have a third channel. Do you want to explain it or no?
It's testy. Like, yes. Yeah. Oh, right. I remember the name right now. It was supposed to be named Doyle for Stoyle, because, like, I kind of, like, got it from a South Park episode where it featured Mark Zuckerberg, and it was because how he kept saying the word style as Stoyle. It's just a little bit funny and stupid at the same time. So, but it didn't really work out. But it's a possibility for you to make a third channel, because, well, it's the information, of course. Like, if you, like, no, you can't do this anymore. So, it could depend whether or not.
Of course, yeah. And for me, I do have my main channel where I post, like, most of the content I do. My second channel, the reason I started that is because 2020 of December, apparently I got my first strike, because supposedly there was spamming in one streamer I did, which was not true. So I wrote YouTube a message saying, hey, this is not very true and everything. They took out the strike and everything, and yeah. But yeah, I just keep my second channel just for, like, behind the scenes, rankings, voice roles, extras, or something like that. So yeah, don't really need a third channel, fourth channel. Just keeping it as two is, good enough for me.
Wait, you say Christian?
I was like, Christian, I'm also posing this question for me and Fresh, because you don't really have, like, a second channel or something like that. That's why.
Well, let me explain. Go ahead for me.
It's on.
Okay, so before I met you guys, when I started out, I don't know why this was happening. I guess because the way my YouTube videos are, like, certain videos got covered or something. But for some reason, my YouTube accounts keep getting turned off and stuff. So I have to have, like, keep put on accounts and stuff. But they keep having. But until eventually, I had my YouTube account fully out there and stuff, and that one was like Nightmare Balloon Boy from Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff. So that was my, I don't know how many accounts I went through, but it was just wow. But the reason I don't do multiple accounts today is, like, I mean, it is good to have that just in case, but I just rather have it as my main account. But if something happens, then yeah, I have to have multiple accounts. But right now I don't.
All right.